up, Buddy Nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89, and ooh, do I got a great idea for the new Promised Neverland series. And this is based on the new pilot chapter that came out for the Promised Neverland today. And I mentioned it in my live reaction video, but man, I figured I gotta do a separate video for this before I even finish the rest of my live reactions for the day. Otherwise, I'm gonna forget it. So, based on the new pilot chapter that came out today, titled "We Were Born," which was basically similar to the Promised Neverland, but on the human side of the world, and this was during the Civil War. And instead of, being in the human farm, harvesting meat for demons, we saw a girl named Rita have, she was being raised for her organ, one of her organs, to be sold and harvested for an organ donor. And something I was thinking about is, yes, have this be a series, but instead of having the human farms to be harvested for meat for demons, why not have the churches, because this was in a church, have the churches raise kids, groom kids to either be like child mercenaries / soldiers for the guerrilla war factions or the government, child prostitutes, obviously the organs, and child labor, etc. And not just for the government and for the guerrilla war factions, but as we saw in the chapter, for the rich, and they have obviously for money for sure. And here's where things would get even more interesting on that front. Who would be the middleman between the churches? And I think the Vatican would be running this shit, because remember what Peter said in Promised Neverland. He said that the human world and the demon world are two sides of the same coin. Oh boy, did that pilot chapter, woo, did that show that. And who would be the better middleman for this than the Rotary family themselves? And I'm telling you, the Vatican would be running this shit. Vatican would definitely be running this. And because the Vatican would be the perfect equivalent to the demon royal family. Oh, definitely. And then you have the Rotaries being the middleman. It just would totally freaking fit. And then you gotta have somewhere in the middle of all this, we'd find out what happened to William himself. We'd find out where he was in the whole thing. Yes, we saw how he died. Sure, we did. But we didn't see, everything that was going on over there. No, we didn't see what happened to the owl. And also this would help with Kaiu's writing in particular, because the problem that we had with Emma was Emma ended up being a complete Mary Sue. And based on this chapter, in terms of Rita's character writing, it doesn't seem like Rita would be a Mary Sue. I at least hope not. But yeah, how this would go down is Rita and Leo would be liberating the kids from the various churches, because now they know about the corruption that's going on in the churches. So that's what I think would be a great idea. And then this is where it gets even better, because remember, I mentioned the Rotary family connection. And something I said at the end of Promised Neverland in my live reactions, I said that there's still something very suspicious going on with the Rotaries because of what Peter said. He said to be suspicious of his uncle. And this would be great. Remember, he was collecting up all the kids. Wouldn't it be interesting is if all the kids met up from both the demon world, the ones that came over, and then have the ones that were liberated from all the churches meet up together, and then they're going to go after the Vatican. And the Rotries are right there to collect them all. Just something tells me that would just be... I think that would be the most interesting direction to go in. And then actually, when all the kids meet up to go up against the Vatican, against the real ringleader of this corruption, then you could go into a sequel series. I just really hope that based on this chapter, especially with what was said at the end about writing a story, is not just a troll / being debated, not doing a sequel series, or I feel like this would be a midquel if anything. I hope this is not just a troll from Kaiu and Pozuka. Please tell me you're going to be making this based on this chapter. Just please tell me you're going to be doing a series. I would love this to be a full-on series, and you especially using the churches as the equivalent of farms, and have the Vatican be the equivalent of the royal family. Oh, that would just be so interesting, especially with this wartime setting. Woo, man, that'd be freaking interesting. Either that or because we don't know where it says it's been based on the chapter. It says a half century since the war started. So my guess is that it's either near the end of the war or midway. I'm guessing it's near the end of the war. So if it's near the century. So it's halfway through the war, near the end of the war. So there's a chance that they will meet up, and they'll probably, Rita and Leo would probably be adults by the time they meet up, which would be even more interesting. Well, Leo's already kind of grown, but Rita being even more grown. So I really hope this is going to be the case. Seriously, do it! Kaiu and Pozuka, make this into a series. I needs this. Stop teasing me, and I've been saying this for a while. Stop teasing me and the rest of the fandom with all these freaking side stories, and now this pilot chapter. Give us the midquel we deserve, or a prequel. I would like a prequel into what started the war. That would be freaking nice. I'd like a prequel into the Civil War. I'd like more backstory into it. Maybe in this midquel we'd get some. And this midquel leading into a sequel would be really, really goddamn nice. I just am tired of being teased because there's just so much you can do with this universe. There really is. There's a lot of story left to be told here. There really is. I'm very curious what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. If you love what I'm doing and want to help keep this channel alive so I can keep bringing you more manga content, there's a few ways you could do that. Donate to my Cash App, PayPal, Patreon, purchase something off my Amazon wishlist. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow me on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, find me on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. Till next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye.